this is Chess with Bill, and I'm gonna play some chess. Okay, there we go. Hey, I'm playing white. It's been a while since I played white. See if I remember how to do it. The answer is no. Of course not. Of course I don't. Let's go here first. Right. So after this, oh wait, what am I thinking? Actually, I think I could have done this. Now this might actually be the move. If I come here and he comes here, sorry, if I come here and then he comes here, I can pop this way. I can still do this. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and, can I castle? I'm gonna castle. Alright, what now? I think here. Oh no. Oh crap. Do people actually like openings? Do you enjoy doing the openings? Cause I don't. Not really. To remember stuff. Now, do I come here or do I come here? Which one makes more sense? I'm gonna come here. To take here puts my bishop in a little bit of turmoil, but I'm gonna do it because even though Jesus, even though my knight is protected, blah blah blah. So I can just take this. Right. And I guess I can just hide my knight. Is there some other tactical thing I can do? I can take, the king's exposed, but no, I think I'm just going to push back. Here or here? Here can get pinned. Here can just get attacked. We're going to come here. I'm seeing maybe that. Okay, he attacks the pawn. Could lock up the center. Does that help me? I've got space. He's got a light squared bishop. This puts tempo on his knight. Also blocks this diagonal though. Yeah, I think I'm going to take out that pawn. Right? Pushing here is probably a little bit too much. I have the freedom to move this guy. I'm at 7 minutes. So do I want to save that pawn? I can push here, but then I'm blocking my bishop. Can go here, I'm just losing a pawn for kind of no reason. And I'm up 5. So what do I want to do here? Maybe here? Anything hanging? Not that I see. It also puts pressure on his B pawn. So my idea is that I'm threatening to take his horse. Or even to come this way. Okay, so he doesn't go for it. This is still hanging. Yeah, we'll go here. Now his king pretty much has to move, right? I guess he could block, but his king moves there. Okay, he can block that way. What am I thinking? Of course he can block. But now he's pinned himself. Alright, this, probably a little greedy. The queen might be able to get trapped that way. Okay, now I need to calm down and just play normal chess. And remember that I've got these two deals. And his knight can't move. So that means all these squares are actually free squares. Let's see. The bishop can develop. Anything to take? Yeah, I could take the pawn, but I don't know if I really need the pawn right now. Could push this guy up, puts pressure on him. Let's try that. This might come, I guess. With this, I get a free piece. Right, so I get a free piece. He comes here with tempo, but I do have this and then that. Let's do that. Let's try that. Okay. Well, what was I thinking? He's actually defending there. So if I take here, well, I think it's okay. I've got this weird pawn, which he'll probably take the pawn. Yeah. Okay, so could put pressure on the queen. What else can I do here? Could gather this file. Develop. Where does his queen want to go? He probably wants to take my horse. And then start this number somehow. Could move the horse, lose this guy. I don't think that's really a great idea. Would like to get rid of this bishop. Okay, so I'm going to put pressure on his queen. I mean, I don't think he's going to trade the queen for a bishop. My queen is blocking this attack. I guess he could try to threaten my queen. I might take. Okay. So he pushes back. What now? Probably going to attack my queen with this. That would be, I think, is a more natural move. And then he gains a pawn too. What to do here? What's weak? His king's kind of weak. This gives my king less luft. We'll go there. I kind of see something. Maybe here than here. He might just take the knight, though. I don't know. Yeah, that's not surprising. Right. So this. Let me see. I don't want to do that. Here. Get this guy. No. What do I want to do here? Get my tactics on. Take the bishop. I can come down with check. Let's do that for now. Okay. Don't really see a reason to lose this bishop right away. So we'll come back over here. Oh, I need to protect this pawn, don't I? That's nothing right now. This could take, this opens up. Yeah, let's come back here. I think that's okay. I've got low time. Advantage, but low time. Okay, so he's gonna do that stuff. I will go ahead and take. And he resigns. I mean, this is actually the part where, I mean, he's losing big time, but this is the part where, like, I'm actually weakest. Like, sealing the deal. I'm pretty good about getting an advantage, but actually sealing the deal and being literally 4 minutes down, if he played on, he might win on time. I don't know. Let's see what I missed. Oh, I already did a review. That bearded sack of shit. Okay, maybe he will review and then I'll get a review. So what I was thinking here, instead of doing the fianchetto, is maybe just getting the knight out first. What is it saying up here? Saying g3 is actually better. Okay, so I did the right move, according to the computer. It wants... You can't see it because my little deal's in the way. Maybe I can turn that off, actually. Hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. So it wants bishop g2. Okay, good, because no, that's not what I did. I've done it before with the English. Put this guy up, and then I don't know why the review said it wasn't as great of a move as putting out the knight first. If I bishop here, not saying he's gonna push here, because like that is meant to stop the knight, but it kind of doesn't, does it? You know? It really doesn't. Anyway, I go here. What should he have done? e4? So he should push, is what it wants. So my idea was that. I guess maybe without the bishop there, it's not as great. Come here now. c6. It wants c6 from him. I guess it's getting a strong center. I'm assuming this or actually taking the pawn. This is d3. So d3 or takes the pawn this way, or fianchetto. Kind of all are there. Yeah, I would likely take. I'm assuming he comes down this way, right? No? Takes this way. I take back, and now d5. So it's prepping for that. Back to c3. And then he takes, right? No, he doesn't take. d4. Huh. So he gains an advantage. And my development isn't as great, is it? a4 kind of misplaces the knight. It says h5 to gain territory. And black is up marginally. What do you all think about this? I know a lot of people have told me when I stream, many people that are better than me have been like, you know, the depth 20 chess.com engine is not necessarily a good, they're not necessarily the best moves. So that's with knight out, the danger being I can kind of get run around the board after a while. So with his e5 kind of King's Indian looking, oh, it's not King's Indian, what am I thinking? This Carl's Bremen system. I don't know if that's referring to him or me. Let's find out. Right, so this is the reverse Sicilian, or the King's English variation. Okay. Two knights variation. I've seen that, obviously. This is the Carl's Bremen system. So I'm doing the Carl's Bremen. Oh, didn't know that. Should probably look that up and know what the hell I'm doing. Huh. So the English, Carl's, wow. This entire time that I've seen Carl's Bremen system, I thought it was a defense. It's something that I need to look up. Let me continue with this game. So I guess it's inaccurate to do the knight first. The fianchetto's first. maybe later on it's so that that pawn can be taken instead of getting a d4. He does this. It seemed a little passive to me with his bishops. I think I would have castled first if I were him. Let's see. I came here. It wants c6. Releasing the queen! At some point, maybe putting his bishop there and then castling, I don't know. It wants c6 from him. Gaining the center and this potential Keres variation. Superposition what it looks like. And we'll say verse Keres variation. I'll try to look this up. This is something that I've run into a whole lot. And with someone who really knows the openings, probably gets me into a lot of trouble. So he comes out, I castle. It wants him to have a better center. Okay, I do d4, which is the right move. It wants him to gain space, a5, but he doesn't. He attacks. So I push out. Is that what the move suggested? Yeah. It wants him to do g4. g4. With his knight here. That is an annoying move. It's protected by his bishop, and it puts my knight under scrutiny. So what happens after g4? I take, right? Right, I take. Now what does he do? What's the setup there? f5. Whoa, I guess he's castling queenside. Yeah, my knight doesn't really have a home. If I go here, I lose a piece because of the queen. So I'm either, I guess I have to block my own bishop. Or, instead of blocking the bishop, push d5. Okay? Because this guy's pretty protected. C e5. C e5. Ooh, nice. So because I moved this pawn, even though I have a pawn chain here, he's got this nice square and these gnarly looking bishops. But his king is pretty weak. Knight d2. So get the knight out of dodge. Because I don't have anything to attack, basically. And now I'm underdeveloped. h5 to gain space. And he's got a pretty good kingside attack, right? Like all this. Kind of looks scary. Now what would I think about here? Well, I'd want to somehow develop these pieces. And he's likely going to be castling queenside. So yeah, there's this move, but I don't think that's it. Maybe even back here attacking this knight. It says h3, trying to kick this knight out. I don't like that. The reason I wouldn't like it, I mean, I would consider it, but let's say I take, he takes, and I've got this coming down the way. That doesn't seem that great. Although, according to the whatnot, I'm up, but that's because I think I'm up a pawn. That would be rather scary for me. Huh. It wants h3 or knight f3. So I would likely choose knight f3. I guess there's the element of, if I knight f3, let's say he just starts sacking some stuff, right? And pushing down. Alright, h6. Getting his knight out of the way. f4. Wow. Just opening it up. Again, I don't like the idea of these dark square weaknesses and the fact that I've already moved this guy. But I'm also not a chess master, so Huh. It wants f4 or knight to b3, which I'd be more inclined to doing. I mean, honestly, something like, I guess there's no real reason to trade down, since once this moves, it just starts peeling back my position pretty bad. He can do a check, but kind of what's the point? I'd prefer this because it opens up pieces, right? And starts a queenside attack. But it didn't say that. The top move, according to this, marginally, is f4. I suppose the idea is, where does his knight go? Knight e to f7, so it pushes his knight back. Surely I consolidate something here. Like, I don't know, knight b3 at once. So I guess it's just taking its time, rearranging the pieces, understanding that while this pawn's weak, while these dark squares are weak, they're not yet. And this is a closed position, right? That's wild. c5. I think that makes sense because it opens up those. Really, c5. I was thinking maybe here, but that opens up his... I guess he's not going to castle until he's way down here. What? Whoa. What's all this? Okay, so it's a c5. Well, I have to en passant. I mean, come on. You have to. That's actually the move. En passant! Okay, so he takes with a bishop, I assume. No, he takes with a b pawn. Yeah. So the bishop is... He's kind of got a protection here. d4 with the knight. Attacking, so piling up and attacking this pawn, kind of. Whoa, it's so positional. Bishop f6. So there. Sort of skewering-ish, building up an attack. And his king's just like hanging out, man. Just like, what's up? Okay, so there's all that. Let me come back to what the actual game was, because I don't want to spend an hour on this. We'll give it another couple minutes. So this is what I did. I come here, takes, all takes. He just made some bad moves. He dropped that. That was a blunder, of course. Or it looked like a blunder to me. I take... What does it say the top move is? Good. Okay, so takes with the c-pawn. Might as well. Didn't know if I should push... It seemed a little greedy, or maybe push the e-pawn. Have just a conglomerate of pawns. I came over here. Was that one of the moves? No, it kind of displaces my queen, because this is good. I think I considered moving the e-pawn. But I was like, I'm just blocking my bishop. And kind of the whole point of fianchettoing, right, is this, and then later on, you got a good defense for the king. It says top move is prepare this guy. Or knight e1, so just get the attack going. I guess that's the idea. I'm up, go ahead and get the attack. I have been told by my chess coach, to, if I'm up, stop overextending. Just play solid chess, do trades that are equal exchanges, break down the position, go for skewers, pins, etc., and win that way. Because when it comes down to it, I'm not that great at tactics. I need to improve my tactics and all that stuff, but if I'm up, play solid, even chess and win through those things. Keep things simple, even though there might be some sexy tactic. Because if if my opponent is 12 years old and all they do is play chess, they're going to be better at tactics. Also, Ben Feingold, I was just watching a lesson with him. It's on chess.com. It's the, he talks about the bishop, like opposite colored bishop endings, and it's thus far a really cool lesson. But he goes over one of his games, and he's like, "Look, I'm an old man. Um, this younger opponent is going to be better than me at tactics. So I just played solid chess." Anyway, interesting. Rook e1. I like that move because it preps all this. I like e4 because it protects the pawn and it seems obvious. And I like this sort of sexy knight move because it preps a kingside attack. The one that makes a little bit more sense to me, let's go with this. Well, that's wearing down as a position. Let's go with this. That's the one I think would be a little bit more natural for me. Protects the knight, does block this bishop, but now I've relegated this bishop to defense. So I'm like, hey, look, I don't really care about these pawns over here right now. This is a defender. Bishop e8. Where is he? Ah, I see. So getting the queen out, maybe this is what he was going for, would be going for. Bishop e3. So actually getting my bishop involved. Okay, and it protects this pawn and that pawn. a5. Actually expanding because he doesn't have as much space. He probably should, well, I was going to say he probably should trade, but he's down 5. c1 gaining material, or gaining space. Okay, I think that kind of makes sense. This is what happened. I think I made a mistake here. Wasn't quite sure about that move. Okay, here. I push, and yeah. It wants, just break down his position. I like the idea that, oh right, he's in check. What did I do? I pushed, so I could have taken the free pawn. I had the right idea, but this is better because I get a free pawn and remove this threat so it's not defended. He's got to move, and then I get the bishop. Nice. So just break down the position, and now start putting pressure on. All right. Thank you guys for watching this long-ass video. Thanks to the Patreon, Ember Ellaria, Natalia Cline, and James Johnston. Patreon.com/chesswithbill helps a lot. Subscribe, all that YouTube crap, etc., etc. I'll be back. Peace.